Greetings, fellow YouTubers. This is Hunt INX, and today we're doing a video review on the brand new Sonic 3 Shadow figure. Taking a close look, Shadow is covered in some beautifully sculpted fur detail from head to toe. There's also all these cool little mechanical details down at his shoes and some little lines on his glove where you can see where the seams have been made. So it's really well detailed, and it's just kind of a really nice just overall figure. It's got nice texture, real nice heft as well. This is a 5-inch figure, not any of the 4-inch ones we have seen before. So this is hefty and large. The most eye-catching thing about Shadow, though, pun not intended, is the eye effect. They're going for kind of a realistic eye effect thing by having it be a kind of shiny glass like plastic on top of the eyes rather than it just being a printed on material, which gives a lot of life to the figure. Some people, I thought, when these were first like leaked and stuff, right? Well, I guess technically, us being able to buy it in stores a whole month before it's actually supposed to be out is a leak. I guess that's how that works. But we all initially thought this was like the Mario movie eye thing, where the eyes kind of follow you. No, it's just like a glass eye effect, so it kind of gives his eyes a bit more of a 3D realistic look, which I think is nice. They don't follow you around or anything. You can see, though, due to the way it's printed, the eyes will detach from the head very easily if you're looking at it from the wrong angle. But if you have it like this, they look pretty fine. So just gotta be mindful of your angles with Shadow. So now the biggest part is to talk about the articulation, because these things are covered in it. So at Shadow's head is a big old ball joint. Nothing else really in there. I think there's a light up variant of this that's coming in a 4-pack with Sonic, which is why the head's just a ball joint. I think the Sonic's is as well, and I think Sonic actually has the clear plastic bits. From the photos I've seen, has the clear plastic bits in his hair, where Shadow does not have that. His hair is completely solid over. So yeah, there's going to be light up variants of these at some point, which is why Shadow's head is just a ball joint, because it needs to be able to light up the quills on his hair on that version. So at the torso, though, first up, this hair, separate piece, so you're never going to see any like paint splatter or anything on that, which is really nice. These are the first Sonic figures I can recall, at least, to have butterfly joints. That is extremely impressive, really cool, and at this size that is almost nearly unheard of. So you get a bicep swivel. Be careful, I've heard these can break on some copies. You get a hinge joint, so the arm can go all the way up, down. Can't really like hit his side, but it's probably pretty easy to modify that to go down to his side if you want it to. Single jointed elbow, but it goes super far up. Then you got a hinge joint at the wrist, like that, and of course finger articulation, so you can have them, you can have them beckon for him to beat the hell out of Knuckles, like seen in the trailer. So that's what he can do. I will mention my elbow on this side is a little floaty. I'm not sure exactly what's in there, and considering, these are brand new and stuff, I'm a little too scared to try to like modify that. So I'm gonna just leave it be. But yeah, just keep your eye out on that, because there will be a couple of quality control issues here and there. Just keep your eye out on that. So at the torso, Shadow appears to just have a swivel. I think it's a ball joint, but it feels just like a swivel. You're not going to get much out of it, really. I think Sonic's is an actual ball joint, and he gets a little bit more, but Shadow's appears to just be a swivel. So you don't really get a whole lot there at the torso. Well, I mean, we'll probably know the answer to Sonic's if I get them and review them, so stay tuned for that. Ball joints at the legs. However, they're really weird ball joints. So from what it feels like to me, just kind of messing with it, it feels like it's an upside down Y joint style as opposed to a T style ball joint. Basically, I'll put little pictures up right here of what I'm talking about, where it's like an upside down Y with the balls attached to it, rather than just like a stick with 2 balls attached to it like it normally is. And I think that's what Shadow has. I think he has an upside down Y style joint for the ball hips, and that's why you can't get that much range out. And that's also why when you kick the legs forward, they go at this angle. But luckily, he has a thigh swivel. So if you do want Shadow to get his legs spread and stuff, you can do that. You just gotta, keep an eye out on that, like that, And as you can see, it is a ball joint in there, but yeah, you can even see it a little bit more up close. It is a upside down Y style joint. So it's a little tricky to move, but once you know that's the ball joint system, he becomes pretty easy to pose and figure out, how to make it work. There is, of course, the thigh swivel, as I just mentioned. Knee bend, single joint as well, but it comes to a really nice curve. And then here at the foot, you get a big old ball hinge. So up in here, so you're able to not only swivel the foot around a little bit, maybe. I don't know, I've never tried that. Doesn't feel good, so maybe you can't swivel it. So I'm not gonna try to. But that rotates there. You can at least rotate the leg up there a little bit, but its primary purpose is to not only give you range down and forward, but also to pivot from side to side. So you get an ankle rocker. Yeah, it's an extremely high amount of articulation for such a little figure. Like, this is a 5-inch figure, so it is incredible the amount of articulation Shadow packs in. And all the figures at this Sonic 3 line of toys already have, so it is extremely cool and really impressive. So now that we've got all that taken care of, it's now time for the size comparisons. So for size comparison, here he is with the Sonic Prime Sonic and the Sonic 2 Sonic figure, all from Jakks Pacific. And yeah, Shadow just stands a little bit taller than Prime Sonic, just a little bit, due to the way his quill is designed, and he's definitely way bigger than the Sonic 2 figures, that's for sure. So if you were hoping you could just buy Shadow and squeeze him in, sorry to tell you, you gotta buy a whole new collection of Sonic characters. But yeah, this actually kind of works really well. I do need to get the Shadow from Sonic Prime. Have not done that yet. I like the articulation scheme on these are the best out of all the Sonic figures we have. I think this is a good, like, gold standard. So there you guys have it. That was my video review on the Sonic 3 Shadow figure. This thing rocks. I can't wait to get more of these figures. These are really good. My only real complaint is I would have liked to have seen some more articulation in the waist than just be a swivel. It seems like Sonic has just a little bit more, and I think you can modify it to get some more range, but with Shadow, there's nothing. It's just a swivel. It's a little unfortunate. And of course, his hips being Y joints, being not Y joints, upside down Y joints that are like ball joints. It makes it a little tricky to move, but once you get the hang of it, it's not terrible. The thing is, I would have liked to have seen some kind of accessories. I imagine for Shadow, they probably couldn't give him anything, because it could have probably been a potential spoiler for the film. So I guess it makes more sense to just give everybody no accessories than give an accessory that could spoil something. I don't know, maybe when the film gets closer to release, we'll see a variant of Shadow with like a motorcycle as like a $20 pack or something. That'd be awesome. That would be so sick. But who knows if that will exist. Hey, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought of the figure down in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe, as well as check out all my other videos and my social medias in the description down below. And until next time, you guys, peace.